bit about attaching this piece just because it was a little bit tricky. The way that the instructions tell you to put the bolts in to attach the bar to the little brackets here is in this direction. So you've got the heads on this side and then you're tightening in some nuts on this side. The problem I ran into is when I put this bolt in, even as loose as I could get it, then I couldn't get this part of the bar out far enough in order to be able to put these on at first, because I didn't have something that could get in that small gap to ratchet on the nuts. So what I ended up doing is taking this bolt out and just leaving it kind of hanging in here. Then I tightened these down all the way completely. But then the problem I had is I couldn't get this bolt to line up then to go into the socket. So what I ended up doing is just loosely putting on these guys, then getting this bolt seated in and as loose as I could get it to lock on, just so that it was like barely on there where I knew that I could tighten it down further later, but wasn't really holding. Then I pulled this part back out, put these down tight, and then I was able to get it back on. And I did it so that I had this bolt loosely on, these loosely on both ends, and then tightened and snugged everything down. And that seemed to work pretty good. If I were to do it again, I think based off of the tools that I have, I don't see a reason why you couldn't just reverse these, other than maybe for some aesthetic purposes. So I would have just flopped these around, because I could have had a tool to hold on to the end there, and then it would have had plenty of access to ratchet down those bolts. So if I were to do it again, I think I would reverse it that way. But it turned out pretty nice. Works really well. I attached the little phone holder. That went on pretty easily. Took a little bit of finagling because I couldn't find a good set of instructions for that. But it secures on really well and holds my larger phone. So I'm really liking it.